Good morning, Yankee fans. How's everybody doing today? I know everybody is excited and jumpy on a Saturday morning, a beautiful day here in New York City. And why not? As our New York Yankees begin the next level of a Phase 28 World Championship. So we're going to dissect a little bit of that today, of course. And at 9:30 a.m., former New York Yankee great relief pitcher Tom Flash Gordon will be joining us, and he'll be talking about what was it like to be in the Yankee bullpen in the playoffs with Mariano Rivera, and also dissect how he feels the Yankees are going to do in this series with the Toronto Blue Jays and then beyond. So that's going on. Let me give you a little update of what's going on for today. So obviously, we are here for our bagels and coffee show. And then later on, we're going to go to Ken the Ugly Truth's channel, the Yankees, the Ugly Truth, as he will be calling the Yankee game on YouTube, of course. And he will dissect that game. And then right after that, at 8:30, Evan and I will be doing the play-by-play right here live of the Tigers-Mariners game. And from there, and we'll answer any questions, anything. But keep in mind, everyone, regardless if the Yankees win or lose, that show will definitely be play-by-play of the Tigers and Mariners, regardless if the Yankees win, lose, or draw, because we will have a post-game right after that and the same stream, and you can talk about the game, do whatever you'd like, but during the game, we can only talk about it in between. So please, if we don't get to your questions or answers or anything, it's only because we're doing a live stream. Also, everyone, of course, as you're new to Yankee Mania, we are celebrating our 6-month on the air now, and I did put out a little short this morning to thank each and every one of you for giving us our goal for now, which was 500 subscribers and beyond. And we can't thank you enough. We can't thank you enough for the super chats you've been sending. That is amazing. That you love that you like and love the show. We really appreciate that. So there's so much going on here, folks. Tomorrow morning we will have, again, as I said last night, these 2 days we're going to be coming on at 9 a.m. And at 9:30 tomorrow morning, we're going to have former New York Yankee world champion pitcher Denny Nagel will be joining us right here on NY Yankee Mania at 9:30 a.m. So there's a lot going on here, folks. And again, 39% of you are still watching and listening to us all day long, and you haven't subscribed. So please, I can't tell you, this is crunch time. We really, really need for you to subscribe and get us to the promised land, please. This is what it's all about. So without any further ado, I have two of our co-hosts here, and we're going to bring them up. So first off, we're going to bring up Evan. Evan, good morning. Our play-by-play man. How's it going?
Good morning, Joe. Doing well. How are you?
Great. Oh, not too bad, thanks. We really appreciate and getting ready for Flash Gordon to come on in just a little bit. Also, I want to say good morning to Sean Browning. How you doing with the headphones? How's it going?
Going all right. Can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
All right. Yeah, no, time got away from me on my way home, or my relief was a little late, so I just had to walk home. But that's all right.
No
I'm
problem. No
excited though for
problem.
the game.
I think everybody is. I don't know. Did anybody get any good sleep this morning? Because I know I was twisting and turning and thinking about everything that's going to happen today and our shows and so we're all looking forward to this. This is what it's all about, and it's going to be a lot of fun to call some of these games. We may have the Yankee game on Wednesday, doing the play-by-play. We will have other teams' games. As you know, tonight we're going to be on at 8:30 with Evan making the call of the Mariners and the Detroit Tigers. So there's a lot to dissect, a lot going on. But our main number one focus is going to be the New York Yankees and also our 9:30 a.m. guest Tom Flash Gordon. And please, you can start asking your questions. Leave it in the chat, everyone. I'd be more than happy to get to it. Just give me a chance, and we'll ask him as many questions as we can. He's nice enough to join us on a Saturday morning here at 9:30. So we're really looking forward to that. And don't forget tomorrow. Tomorrow, we will have Denny Nagel, who won a world championship with the Yankees at 9:30. So a lot going on. Evan, describe what's going on here. I mean, because it's one after another. It's just fantastic. What's your feeling on that?
Yeah, I think it's great that we're having a lot of former Yankee players that have good experience in the postseason, especially World Series champions like last night, Homer Bush, and Danny Nagel, and of course Tom Flash Gordon. So yeah, no, it's going to be a lot of fun, definitely, and we're excited to watch the Yankees play today, and then we're going to call the Tigers Mariners game. So it should be a lot of fun, and yeah, let's go Yankees.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's a real exciting time, Evan, and so many things are happening, and it's just great. There was some news from across town. The Mets basically fired their whole coaching staff yesterday. I was
Yeah,
a little surprised about Hafner. I wasn't surprised really about anybody else because, I mean, I figured Chavez might go. I also figured that John Gibbons, John Gibbons, if you always looked in the dugout, what was he doing? I mean, he was just like staring into space. It never looked like he gave any input. I mean, and I'm not putting him down, don't get me wrong, but I think I understand where Met fans are coming from because it just looked like he was just there as a statue. I mean, people walk around. He just stayed in one spot for 162 games,
yeah.
and I never understood that. I said, "My God, what's going on?"
Yeah.
So, what's your feeling on the Mets making that house cleaning? Is that a point to Carlos Mendoza, or it's either what do you think this sends to the Mets and the Met fans?
Well, I think it was important to get rid of some of their their
Evan,
coaches.
what,
I think what was that? Oh, all right. Well, they had Eric Chavez there since 2022. They had Hefner there since 2022. They had Jeremy Barnes there since 2022. So it was time for some of them to be like, oh, of course. I thought Mendoza was going to bring in most of his own coaching staff when he got the job last year, but he decided to keep most of the coaches. So, but they decided to keep Antoine Richardson, who was their first base Coach. They let go of Mike Sarbaugh, their third base coach, and I think the Mets, they can definitely blame the coaches for this, but like their roster was very, very talented, and if their roster is that talented, I don't think all the fault lands on the coaches. It's up to the players to make the adjustments. But I think at the time, it was just time for the Mets to let these guys go. And I feel like Mendoza, he's starting to feel the pressure a little bit. I think he still should have free reign and decide to do what he wants. But at the end of the day, it's going to come down to his job and his performance. And if the Mets don't improve next year, then he's going to be fired. I think the two assistant coaches that they kept, their bullpen coach and their assistant pitching coach, they came from the Yankees, actually. So they were under the Yankees system. And actually, most of their coaches were from the Yankees. So, they decided to poke fun at the Yankees all year. Then, they have our coaching staff, so they can't really do that. But yeah, I'm not really surprised about John Gibbons. He was there last year. He had a good time with them, but I feel like they needed a new voice for bench coach, and we'll see who they decide to go with.
Okay, Sean, you want to chime in on the Mets cleaning house and the coaching staff? What are your feelings on that?
Can't hear you, Sean.
Sean,
yeah. I mean,
okay.
Hey, I mean they were eliminated from the playoffs.
Not hearing you, Sean.
Can y'all hear me now?
No. Now we can, yes. You were saying about the Mets dismissing the coaching staff. No, he's not. Sean, it's just a bad connection. When you get home, just come back on the show, okay? All right. He's having a lot of trouble with the outside. That's live. That's live video, everyone. We can't fault them for that. We're wherever it is, everybody tries to chime in here on Yankee Mania. So, some things have happened already. Managers fired, managers hired already. There's a lot of things that are going on before the World Series, which I'm very surprised about. It's never this fast.
It was,
usually they wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was surprised with Texas. Yeah, it was. It's been a crazy time in baseball. I guess everybody wants to get ahead in everything and move on and start planning for free agency, which I really hope that. I know the Yankees are in the middle of the championship, but I really, really hope this time, Evan, that they really think good and hard with the players that they want and they don't want, and the Rule 5 draft. Let's be very, very, very careful who we keep and who we get rid of, because the Yankees have given up some very good talent lately, and enough's enough. I want to keep some of this talent. I really want to keep some of this talent, and they have to make a decision on Rumfeld at first base in AAA. They have some very, very good young pitching that's coming up. And you don't want to block them. And if it means that the Yankees have to get rid of some veteran guys like a Scott Efros, and then some other guys that came up and we don't see anymore, like a Lasagna, just to name a few, Hamilton. These guys right now, I don't think they really deserve to be on the 40-man roster, where you can bring in some of these young talents, stars that look like they're going to really, really be supreme. And the Yankees have to be very, very, very careful this time around. And whatever they do, win, lose, or draw the World Series, you don't want to chance the future. So there are a lot of decisions to make. This book has not been written yet, as we know. There's still a lot of baseball to play. And, so first of all, let's welcome chat, and let's welcome people that are on the internet here. We got Eric. Eric, good morning. Charles, of course, how you doing? Hopefully you and the family are doing well. You're in contact with them. I hope everything is well there. Jordy, how are you? How's it going? I hope everything's good with you. Thanks for rejoining us. Appreciate it. And in the chat, we have the usual suspects. Bob Rizzo. How you doing, Bob? John Ferrazzo. How you feeling today? Teresa, how are you? Ava, how you doing? Richmond Valley Pharmacy. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Who else is on here? Kevin, how you doing? Hope all is well with you. So these are some of the people that are on. Guys, get some questions ready for Tom Flash Gordon, who with not any problem will be joining us at 9:30. And he will field your questions. We'll talk about what it's like to play with the New York Yankees in the playoffs and all of that good stuff. So there's a lot going on here, a lot of things to talk about. Evan, as far as the play-by-play tonight, what are you seeing? What are you feeling? And who do you feel has the edge in that series at this point?
Tigers Mariners tonight should be a good game. Let's see if the pitching matchups are out. They are. So for the Tigers, we're going to have Troy Melton start, who's only pitched in one game this year. Or one game in the postseason, not this year, but doesn't have a lot of experience. He has 5 starts on the year. And then for the Mariners, it's going to be a little surprising, George Kirby. George Kirby gets to start instead of Luis Castillo or Brian Wu or Logan Gilbert. So it's a little bit surprising, but I think the Mariners do have the edge in that series. I think they have the pitching. I think they have the deeper bullpen. I think the Tigers, they're a good young team. They faltered towards the end of the year. But I think the Mariners, I think they have what it takes this year to go all the way. 2022, they had Suarez, they had Raleigh, they had Rodriguez, they had guys that are mostly on the team now. They had experience. They couldn't get by Houston that year, which was, unlucky for us because we can't beat Houston in the playoffs. But, I think the Mariners really do have the edge in this series. I think they're going to win it. I think they're going to win it in 4 or 5 games. And as far as Cal Raleigh goes, I can see him coming up clutch with a few hits. I think I was right about him not getting to 62 home runs, which I'm happy about, but he still might win the MVP. I think if Cal comes up clutch in the playoffs, I think he'll be, a legend forever in Seattle Mariner history if he isn't already won. But I think I see the Mariners winning that series, and should be a fun one though. Don't count out the Tigers.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think the reason why Kirby's pitching is every time I see Kirby pitching in that stadium, he does very well, and I think that they're playing up to that, and they're going to ride that. And with the other experienced pitchers like Castillo, they could actually benefit him in Detroit instead of pitching him there in their home ballpark. So We'll see. I don't know. I still say Detroit might squeak by. I could see Yankees. I could see Yankees Detroit. I really believe in my heart of hearts, the winner of this Yankee Blue Jays series is going to win. Is going to win it all. I get a really, really, really feeling in my stomach that that's going to happen, and I really hope that it's the Yankees. The one thing that bothers me with this series is, can the Yankees finally control George Springer and Kirk? Those are the 2 guys I am really, really, really worried about. The Yankees sometimes do not do a good job with fending off players. Sometimes they do. I do admit sometimes they do, but this is crunch time now, Evan, and I'm just very concerned with keeping Springer, who's like just emerged. He's like, he's back to his Houston Astro days. He's a killer, at bat on base. He just disrupts the game, and he's a great fastball hitter. And it kind of worries me a little bit. I want to say good morning to Ken and T Road. How you doing? Welcome back to the stream. I appreciate it. We all appreciate it. We're all excited about today. Excited that the Yankees, the ugly truth. Ken will be doing the play-by-play for everyone today. So please join Ken at 4:00, and then come and see us as Evan will do the play-by-play of the Mariners and the Detroit Tiger game.
Yay!
And so there's so much going on. And what was that?
Oh, I said, yay.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. And so, what do you see any surprises in the Yankee lineup today?
Surprises. So we're facing Gosman. He's a righty. Not many. I see Ben Rice. I think Wells is going to be in there. Obviously, Grisham at leadoff. I think McMahon is going to be in there. Stanton, Judge, of course, Chisholm. I think Rosario Caballero come off the bench. The Blue Jays don't have a ton of lefties, so I think Caballero and Rosario can be used from the bench if the Blue Jays put in a lefty reliever. But we'll see what happens. I don't see a lot of surprises as far as the lineup goes. Just keep it simple, and that's the approach the Yankees should have this whole series. Keep things simple. Don't overcomplicate things.
Right. Oh yeah, I agree. We're going to try to bring up Sean Browning again. Let's see if it's a little bit better now. Let's take a look. Hey, Sean, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties.
Yeah, we can.
All right.
No problem.
I'm trying to do the best I can, but
give. No, totally understandable. Don't worry about it, Sean. Worst comes to worst, you wait till you get home. But don't worry about it. We'll give it another try while you're walking. But so give us your take on this series. What do you think is the top reason for the Yankees to win this series, and what could derail them?
okay. Well, so the best thing is our offensive approach has to. We have to counterpunch the barrel rate and the potency of the Blue Jays. We got to meet them strike for strike. And then we got to play sound defense, because if we have a bunch of sloppy defense, it's gonna derail us real quick. And like you said,
no, it definitely will. My thing. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say the three people we got to be careful with is Vlad Jr., Springer, and Kirk, and Clements for the fourth. But Vlad Jr., if we can limit the damage he does, then we got a good shot. But we gotta be careful with Springer.
We do.
Well, the one thing the manager said is, as far as like Aaron Judge is going to be walked every any situation. There's no secret about that. So people like Cody Bellinger and Giancarlo Stanton have got to be at their best, because once they start hitting, the Toronto's going to be in big trouble, because if they get hot, and Stanton, what he can do, especially in that ballpark,
right?
If he gets hot, they are in trouble. My main key with this series is the Yankees have to take the lead. They've got to find a way to take a 1, 3 to 4 run lead and get the fans out of it. Get the running game out. Get Springer out, get these guys out. Because it's just annoying now. It really is annoying, and Trent Grissom has got to elevate the game a little bit more. He's got to go on that hot streak at least another time,
Right.
Because I mean, 99% of the time lately, it's called a strikeout right away, and we don't want that. He's got to hit a home run, but he's got to start us off. He has to get going.
I'm a little bit worried about Trent Grisham a little bit. Not gonna lie, a little bit worried about Trent Grisham a little bit because he's been pretty bad lately. But we'll see what happens.
He can turn it on in the big moments. He's proven that. But yeah, Bellinger. It's kudos on Brett, or I should say the onus is on Bellinger and the guys after Stan to make them pay for intentionally walking Judge.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Now, T-Road says Yankees have to be aggressive, jump on the first pitch. I don't necessarily believe that, T-Road. I think we have to. He walks people, so we have to be very, very careful not to just like indulge into swinging at the first pitch and all. Yeah, do we want to be aggressive? We have, yes, but I don't see the aggression in the beginning of the game. I want them to come out feisty, and I want to do the little things against this team because that's what Toronto does. They do the little, and then they go boom. They give you the knockout punch. Well, we've got to do that. We've got to do that. No more. Listen. We caught up with the Red Sox. Now we got to catch up with Toronto. That's the bottom line. And that's what we need to do. With Gausman, we've seen him enough to know what his plans, his strategies, all of his tricks. So we got to work every account. It better not be 1 or 2 pitch at bats. It better be like, 5, 6, 7. Unless he throws you a meatball, of course, but you know what I'm saying? You can't just get jammed up. Right. Yeah, I don't want the Yankees to be in any which way they can. And then, take it from there. So we'll see. We'll see how and as Charles says, positive vibes. Yeah, we do need that. And guys, I don't know if you got to check out Homer Bush's take yesterday. He had a lot of nice takes. If you missed the interview, go on Yankee Mania and check out the video. It was a great video. It was a great interview with Homer Bush. I really believe you'll enjoy it. And if you subscribe, you go right on NY Yankee Mania. Look at the video. I think you'll really, really enjoy it. So, and then hopefully this morning in the next few minutes, we're going to have Tom Gordon, who was the 8th inning man for Mariano Rivera, did a great job for the Yankees. He also was a starting pitcher for the Kansas City Royals. So there's a lot going on. Let's take a couple of questions and answers and everything from the chat before we go on, hopefully with the interview. Jake, I'm nervous about the game because Guzman has shut them down this season, but trying to be positive. Okay, that's a start, Jake. That's what I want to hear from you. I want to hear you be a little bit more aggressively positive. I mean, all year long, it actually seemed like I couldn't tell if you were really a Yankee fan or not. You were always negative and all, and I'm not putting you down at all, Jake. I'm not. But I like this. I really, really like this, the Jake that has confidence. Have confidence in your team, guys. You don't know what it's – I mean, again, I don't know how old you are, but one thing I could tell each and every one of you is – you guys are lucky. You see the Yankees in the playoffs all the time. Just think about all the years that somebody like myself had to go through. I had to go through. You guys haven't had pain with the Yankees. Yeah, they haven't won a championship since 2009, but you've been in the playoffs almost every year. How about what we went through, what I went through? You can't disappear on your team because they're not playing well. You don't. You guys, the young, beautiful fans that we have, you don't realize what we went through. There were years that the Yankees did absolutely nothing. But you got to stay thick and thin with it. You guys are only looking at that they can't hit the ball in one of the games. How about a whole year when the Yankees had no pitching at all? How would you going to survive that? You would never be a Yankee fan. Never. The beginning of the 90s, they were awful. They were going with Dave Revering. Oh, he hit 11 home runs in spring training. Do you know what he did in the regular season? He went 1 for 39. So, guys, I don't feel you guys are blessed. Anybody who's been a Yankee fan since 1996 has been blessed. You don't know what it's like. Yeah, you suffered through 2008. Whoop-de-doo. 2013. Whoop-de-doo. But you've always had a chance every year. Just understand what we're saying here, what I'm saying here, guys. You guys are blessed. You just don't know it because you haven't been through a World Series. But you've been through everything else. You've seen it all. How about from start to finish, April all the way to the end of September, that the Yankees never got close to a winning season? Try 1990, 91, 92. They had horrible teams. Horrible. You guys didn't go through it. I suffered the pain. And people around my age suffered the pain. So when I hear everybody, oh, the Yankees stink, during the playoffs, be thankful. Let's actually be thankful. And that's the only thing that I could say, because I want you guys to understand how blessed you are. You really are. Let's go with Celia. Hi, guys. I don't know about the game today either. Gosman has been a lot of success against the team, but I'll take Joe's advice and have some confidence that Luis Gil can match him. Yes. And it's about time that we all are positive. We all are positive. You don't know what heartache is. You don't. And if anybody was here for the 2004 debacle against the Red Sox after the Yankees won the first 3 games, that's heartache. That's heartache. Not losing 1 game. Yankees were 3 games up on the Red Sox. 3 games up. I mean, annihilating them. 1 turn. Dave Roberts stealing a second base in a final attempt against Mariano Rivera, and it all went downhill from there. That's heartache. That's heartache. So please understand understand. And one thing I agree. I agree with Michael K. from yesterday. You don't know heartache. You guys are blessed, and we are happy for you. But we are not happy to hear, this and that. Go through if you're a true Yankee fan, go through the years, and believe me, you will say that this is a Picasso, a Michelangelo painting compared to what we had years ago. And all you have to, and Ken, beautiful point, you never had to deal with David Ortiz. We have John Ferrazzo So we suffered through all of that. He actually bought his uniform and burned it because we couldn't take it anymore. This guy got a hit, a home run, a clutch hit every time up. You guys are not experiencing that, thank God. Yeah, you had a little bit with divas and stuff like that, but that's heartache. So please embrace what we have. Embrace it. Trust me when I tell you, because I can bring you a case of debacles. A case. Let's go. Hey, Real Bill, he's back. How you doing, man? Good morning. I was talking to Ken yesterday. Don't forget about Edison Barger. Yes, he's another very good. Yes, he is dangerous. You're right about that. But if you contain everybody else, listen. If he gets somebody's obviously going to get a hit or two. We know that. But the bottom line is, let's just go out there and like Boone told, like Matt Blake told Cam, go out there and have fun. Pitch your heart, pitch whatever you can, and have fun. Another game that Ken is bringing up, the '95 series against the Mariners was one of the biggest heartbreaks I ever had being a Yankee fan. They won the first two games pretty convincingly, and then we went into Mariner land and we couldn't do anything. We actually saved the Mariners from leaving the Seattle, because at that point they wanted to get them right the heck out of Seattle, but they saved it with the refuse to lose chant, and the Yankees they scored, but they could. John Wetland, who was, of course, our big closer at the time for the first year, he couldn't get out a Mariner player if he tried. And if we knew about Mariano Rivera, he probably would have done a lot better, because Wetland couldn't get anybody out. And watching you want to talk heartache. Go put on the final game of the night of the '95 playoff between the Yankees and the Mariners. That's a heartache. Not what we're experiencing now. Let's see you again. The Jays team has a better offense and defense than the Red Sox team. Okay. They're going to need to score more runs if they want to win. Yeah, of course.
Oh, of course.
But the Red Sox don't have the better pitching than the Toronto doesn't have the better pitching than the Red Sox. We will feast on them. You have to give them a chance and enjoy it. Enjoy the ride, everyone, because what let's say Ken and myself went through, we have to enjoy it. Honestly, it can't get any worse. You lost the heartbreak of the 2001 World Series. The Yankees would have won 4 World Series in a row. How did we lose that? It was two okay players getting clutch hits and Mariano throwing the ball wild to second base after Alfonso Soriano hit a huge home run, and we had to endure Randy Johnson and Curt Schilling, and we still almost beat them. I'm telling you, it's just unbelievable. It really is. So I don't know, Evan. How far just out of curiosity, how far do you go back? And what is your biggest Yankee disappointment as of right now as a young guy?
Let's see. So I started watching like 2011, 2012. The Yankees were basically in the postseason every year. The years that they missed were, I think 2014 they missed it, 2016, and then of course 2023. So every other year, they were in the playoffs. Of course, they didn't win the World Series, but they were in the play. Oh, go ahead, read this first, and then I'll keep going after this.
No, go ahead. Keep going. It's fine.
All right. Okay. My biggest moment of heartache in the playoffs. or ever as a fan. But let's see. I think it would have to be Altuve's home run against us in 2019 in that ALCS, especially after LeMahieu just tied the game. We could have went to a Game 7 in that series, and the fact that we didn't, it really, really hurt me for the rest of that night and the rest of that week. But also 2017 hurts me as well because we were down 2-0 to the Astros, and then we won all 3 games at home. We won all those games, and then we went back to Houston, and we could not score. We could not score in Houston in that series, and that was the end of us. That was a tough one.
Yeah, it's okay. So you've been through a little heartache. You've been through the trash can and the little munchkin putting the tape on him and saying that, oh, I have a bad tattoo. That was one of the worst explanations I ever saw in my life. That was ridiculous.
They kept their World Series
through his teeth, and that's why I don't have any respect for that guy. I don't, and I never will. He needs to apologize. He needs to apologize to the Yankee organization, to baseball himself, and that I am very serious about, because they got away with murder, that team, and it's not right. To me, they are not the world champions. Don't give it to the Yankees. I don't care.
Yeah, they're not.
But the Houston, in my opinion, did not deserve and do not deserve to keep that championship under no circumstance. But baseball, of course, it's got to be nicey and all of that, and it's just not correct. It's not right. I want to say hello to Patrick Sinclair. How you doing? Thanks for joining our stream, Patrick. Whatever team you root for is great. It's no problem at all. If you want to talk about it, we're here. I hope don't forget if you like our programming, please come and subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate it. Whether you're in or you're out of the stream, thank you again for acknowledging us. We really, really appreciate it. So thank you always for that. I want to bring back for hopefully a couple of minutes. I think Sean Browning is now at home and ready to go. Hey, Sean, how you doing? Sorry about that. The noise was too loud.
No. I understand. I hope you guys can hear me. I didn't mess up my volume.
Yeah, now it's fine. Now you're fine. Right. So now give your take, Sean. Give your take on everything. Go ahead.
Yeah. And I apologize for everything with the traffic, but yeah, no, we just gotta play a clean game. We gotta be aggressive, but be patient when it comes to Gosman. And we gotta keep attacking. And then defense has got to be sound, crisp. No lapsadaisical or olays. We can't give them extra outs. And then you're talking about Springer, Kirk, Vladdy to an extent, and then you got Barger too, who seems to come alive when we play him. But you know what I like, though, that we saw in the series was a mix of Aaron Judge was hitting, even though it was singles. He still hit like 360 or whatever it was in the series. And then you had Volpe, you had Wells, you had Jazz come through, you had McMahon with that stellar catch and stellar defense. And you had all these, and then Fried, Rodon, and Schlittler all they all shoved. So, if we can continue that and our offense can continue to keep attacking and not roll over against the opposing pitching, I think we can definitely take the series in 4 or 3 if all goes well.
Okay. I don't think it's going to be that easy, but I do believe that the Yankees are going to win. I really do. And I want to also give a shout out to Patrick Sinclair. Patrick, 2001 playoffs turned me from a Mets Red Sox fan to a Yankee fan. That's very interesting, Patrick. I'd love to hear that story. What was it about? What was it? Was it because of 9/11? What turned you? What turned you really from a Mets Red Sox perspective into a Yankee fan? That's really cool to hear what you got to say about that. That would be very, very nice. Also, I wanted to say hello to Woodworking Outdoormanship. How you doing? And I'm sorry, I went a little overboard with Little Munchkin, but the thing is, he has not taken responsibility at all, and the lies about he was wired and and you couldn't touch it because he had a tattoo that his wife didn't like. What kind of garbage was that?
Yeah, no.
What kind of garbage was that?
I know. The only player from that Astros team, aside from Garrett Cole, as far as hitters, that really apologized for it or took accountability was Carlos Beltran, and he was the one guy that got punished because he had retired.
Right.
But the thing I was saying, like you're talking about heartbreak earlier about with the Yankees, it's like a tie for me. The 0-1 World Series, when we lost in the bottom of the ninth, with the bases loaded and the bloop single from Luis Gonzalez. And the other tie is the 0-4 ALCS when we had Boston on the ropes and they came back to win the series. That really broke us heart. But like you said, we're blessed. I mean, what other franchise in the world do you have 30 some odd years of winning seasons straight consecutively, and then we're all there in the playoff? We've been in the World Series so many times.
I understand that. Totally understand that. But like I said, Woodworking says it best. He'll never, no matter how much he plays, he'll never hit the Hall of Fame. It's going to take a long time for him to make it after he pulled that shenanigans. Altuve will never apologize. And that will keep him definitely away from the Hall of Fame. No question in my mind.
Well,
John Ferrazzo, the guy behind the guy batting behind Judge has to hit because this manager has no trouble walking Judge. Yeah, John, he already said it. He is definitely going to walk. He's going to walk him. And I think he's going to walk him with the bases loaded too. I really do. He does not want Aaron Judge to hurt his team.
I mean, even in the playoffs.
Even in the playoffs, still. Yeah, it's happened before.
Evan,
definitely.
Yeah.
In 2002, the Giants were on their World Series run, and even though they lost to the Angels in that World Series, the whole playoffs. I think it was the Diamondbacks manager. He walked Bonds with the bases loaded, and then pitched to Jeff Kent and still got the out, and they still won the game.
Oh wow!
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. That was the one I didn't want to. I'm glad that Sean brought that up because I knew it, but I didn't remember the full story. But I like Jake here. I don't know if you guys saw, but Boone mentioned that Buck Martinez comments in the interview yesterday, and I'm sure every player knows those comments. They should use that as fuel to go out and win. You know what, Jake? And I agree. But I got to tell you, I am very, very surprised and disappointed at Buck Martinez. He has been unprofessional in all of this. And I'm sorry, I'm calling him out on it. He has been very, very critical of this Yankee team. What has his team done since 1992 and 93? Could he come on this show and convince us? Don't you dare put down the New York Yankees, the greatest franchise ever, and you're saying all of this garbage. All of this garbage. What has your team that you announced done since 1992? Please tell me.
Well,
He doesn't want to answer that, Joe.
He is very, very unprofessional. And he's on what, ESPN? Of course, or wherever the heck he is. Stay over there. Stay there. Don't come to the United States here. Stay over there. How dare you put down this team when your team hasn't won since I don't know what have we gone through 10,000 days? Give me a break. I am sick and tired of it. He has to give an apology to the Yankee organization and to their fans because he's very unprofessional. Very unprofessional.
You remember when he accused Judge of peeking, right, or cheating?
Yes.
A couple years ago, or a year ago.
Yep.
Because there was barking in the bench, and Judge looked at the Yankees dugout, and then he hit the next pitch out of the ballpark. And Buck Martinez was the cheerleader for he's peeking.
I'm telling you, and Real Bill is saying, yeah, he had the right to say it's 7-game lead. But there's number one, the Yankees were going through hell with that. The Yankee team changed as of July 31st. But he's still yapping his mouth, Real Bill, and he doesn't need to. He doesn't need to. If nothing else, the Yankees have to shut him up and win this series. And I will be very, very happy. I don't even want to hear the name again. I really don't. The way I see it, the American League playoff will have revenge on the Astros. We've got Bergman. We get Springer and Detroit with AJ Hinch. Yeah, they're all. Hopefully, they all go down, John. They all go down because they deserve to go down.
By one. It's like the bowling ball effect. They all hit the pins one by one. We knock down Bregman. We're going to knock down Springer. And then we'll knock down AJ Hinch if we face him in the next round.
I like this comment from Charles. Oh, I definitely remember Buck Martinez. He was nothing but a backup player. And who the hell does he think that he could mold teams and players right now? He has no right to. I know it's freedom of speech, but you better watch what you say, because I think the Yankees are very motivated for this. Not that they need motivation, but Jesus, give me a break. Give me everybody jealous of the Yankee brand no matter what. I don't care if they blew first place. As I told you, it doesn't matter to me. What matters is that we're not playing golf. We are in Toronto ready to do battle. That's what we're ready to do. So rather we miss first place. Listen, we tied first place. As bad as we played, we tied them. It was a shame that unfortunately we lost those games to Toronto. We lost a lot of games to the Red Sox, and we lost 2 games to the Colorado Rockies. And that's how you lose. That's how you lost. Those 2 games they lost to the Colorado Rockies cost us the American League East.
I mean, imagine if we would have turned it around a week sooner than we did. We wouldn't, we would have had first place if we turned it on just even a week or a game sooner than we did, but we did. But regardless of this Yankees team is a lot hungrier than we were in the middle of the season. And I mean, I think
Right.
everything's working fine. We're clicking. But like I said, Cody Bellinger, I hope he really paying attention. And I hope he really makes John Snyder pay every time he walks Judge.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if it's doubles. I don't care if it's singles.
And can they stop zooming in on Snyder? I'm sick of it. We don't want to see that. We want to see the game. I'm tired of seeing the dugout. Who cares? Yankee fans don't care about that. We want the zoom of the field. Please, enough with you want to show the managers one time every 3 innings. We don't care what they look like. We care
Yeah,
what's in us.
We don't care how
Jesus.
many nose hairs. We don't want to count how many nose hairs they got or how many ear hairs they got poking out of their ear. We care about what's going on between foul line and foul line. That's what we're there
Right.
for.
Definitely. Good morning, Wolverine. How you doing? And thanks for the well wishes. I appreciate that. Michael, hey Michael. Joe, I believe we won 2 out of 3 against Colorado, but we should have swept them. And one of the games that we won was a nail biter. Maybe we did win 2 out of 3, but it just seemed like they played lousy. It doesn't
matter.
Well,
yeah. It was.
But let's dissect all the other losses. How about the games that they had in their hip pocket and they just gave away? So I'm sorry if I talked out of my buns. I'm sorry about that, and thank you, Michael. That's what we have you for, Michael. You stay on top of things. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yankees lucked out. They don't have to face the Guardians or the Mariners. Well, yeah, Tigers doing the heavy lifting for them. Maybe. But right now, I think this Yankee team can beat anybody.
Oh, yeah.
They already did a hurdle. They did a hurdle of the Red Sox, and now hopefully they're gonna beat. Now I'm not even gonna say hopefully. They're gonna beat Toronto. And then I want to hear, well, we can't beat this one. Please, guys. If we get by this series, can we just be great, happy, enthusiastic? Every series we got to hear, well, this series, we can't hit this guy. Yankees have proven us wrong time and time again. So let it be. If they beat Toronto, it's all the way to the World Series, my friends. All the way to the World Series. I've seen this time and time again. If you don't believe what I'm saying, Evan could tell you. Oh, yeah. A lot of the things that I say, and I'm not tooting my own horn by any means, but I'm telling you, when I feel it, if the Yankees are going to lose, I'm going to tell you guys, whether it's painful or not, you will know. Uh-huh. You will know. And they are not going to lose this series. You can take that to the bank. You want to make and if anybody here, and I do not promote any gambling, but I can tell you one thing: you guys want to make a quick $10? You know Kirk is going to get a hit in just about every game. So if you put Kirk is going to get a hit, you're going to win that and get out of there, get your money and enjoy it. But I do not promote gambling. Well, Joe, what are the sensors telling you about today's game? It's funny, Jake. Here's the thing. A lot of times, I had called about that they were not going to lose no way to the Red Sox. But a lot of times these things happen to me as soon as the game starts. And then I'll be right now. It's like there's TV's off, nothing's on. But right now I can tell you today's going to be a nail biter. But if they lose, I'm not going to be concerned. That's all I can tell you right now. But if I get a premonition or something, don't worry. I'll put it on Yankee Mania site. So that's why it's important. If you want to know, if you really feel that you want it, that you're jumpy and this and that, I'll have comments in there during the game. You can go to the Mariner Detroit Tiger feed, because that's where the feed is for also our post game show for tonight. So I can't really answer. The only thing I could say right now is the Yankees are winning the series. That's really all I got right now. It's all over my bones. It's all over that the Yankees are going to win the series. But right now, I can't tell you. I do believe one thing. I think Anthony Volpe is going to have a very good series, and I think Giancarlo Stanton is going to have a very good series. So I just feel it. But you'll know more later. Don't worry, guys. I promise you. Let's go back to John. Forget the Red Sox. The curse has been lifted. Yeah, John, I know. You spent $150 on that jersey, and then he burned it. Kudos to John, man. That's amazing. When the Yankees win the whole thing, John, you've got to come on. I don't care if you're shy, if you're not, because you're going to have everybody. Everybody's going to thank you. Everybody, one by one, is going to thank you. And I know for a fact that he did it, because as he was doing it, he called. He put his number in the chat, and I called him, and he was doing it. I did not want to see the video. I was superstitious about it, but I do know he did it. So kudos to John. I mean, it may be crazy, but kudos to John. Michael again. I laughed when I found out Randy got thrown out of first base when he got looked at the base hit through the right side, but thrown out of first base. That happened again. Yes. Yeah. That was funny. That was funny. Good, and also good morning, Swingman. How you doing, man? Welcome back to the stream, Luke. What's up? I hope you're doing well. Guys, forgive me with Tom Gordon. The staff is still trying. There might be something developed with Tom Gordon, because it's not like them not to come on. So that there must be something, or where they're probably going to reschedule. But these things happen. Now, Denny Nagel was supposed to be on with us today, but he got ill, and he will be on tomorrow morning. So again, I apologize to everyone for not having him on. He was supposed to come on at 9:30, but we're having a great show, though, guys. And because of it, I want to let everybody know I didn't have the intention of coming on before the game, but because of a little problem this morning, we're going to come on and spend a half hour or so with you guys at 3 p.m. 3 p.m. we will be on, and we'll do a pregame. We'll dissect the lineup and all of that. So I really, really appreciate it. So to say thank you to you guys for coming on this morning. We are adding a pregame show at 3 p.m. To dissect the Yankees, because we have a lot of work to do today, guys. We have the Yankee game, of course, with Ken the Ugly Truth. We also, of course, then we'll do the Mariner Tiger game, and then we have a post-game show. So with all of that going on, we're going to give you a pregame show also. That's the little gift that I can give to you. And I know you guys were waiting for Tom Gordon, but it had to be something out of his control. God, first of all, let's pray that he's fine and he's doing well. That's the most important. So guys, we've been on a little over an hour. How about some final thoughts, being the fact that now we are going to come on at 3 o'clock? So Sean, give your final thoughts.
Yeah, like I said, we gotta play clean baseball, do what we did like we did against Boston. We keep attacking. We keep grinding out. And we just keep. And every time we get punched in the mouth, we punch right back in the mouth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. And if Sean, if you're gonna, it'd be nice if you're nice enough to come on with us at 3:30. At 3 o'clock, that would be great, and we can
Yeah.
dissect how we feel about the game. And to the question before, maybe by then, as long as I have the TV's on and I'm zeroed in on the Yankees pregame show with Meredith and the rest of the crew. Maybe something will come over, and I will let you guys know how it really feels. Evan, your final thoughts before we leave and come back for the pregame show.
Yeah. I just want to tell Michael, I'm not afraid of Alejandro Kirk, or as you like to call him, Randy. I'm not really scared of him in this series. Hey, you talk to yourself. You do whatever you can. Just we have to make sure that he doesn't do anything in this series, right? That little bowling ball isn't going to go rolling. He's not going to get a strike against us. He's not going to do anything. So I just wanted to mention that first. But Yankees just have to play their game. They have to go out there. They have to be aggressive, but also work the count, right? That's important. Kevin Gausman does have eight starts in the postseason, a 4.91 ERA. So, and it's not a large sample size, but he's not the greatest pitcher in the postseason, so we have to capitalize on that. I would say it was important that every single game in that Red Sox series, the Yankees did take a lead in that series, so that's a good sign of things to come. Hopefully, they can keep that going against the Blue Jays. I don't think that's true, Lou. I think the Yankees can work the count. I think they can work the count against.
Yeah, they can work. And Lou, no, Flash Gordon had something going on. We're working on hopefully rescheduling him. These things happen. So we're sorry that they go ahead. So we're adding a pregame show at 3 p.m. to say thank you for you guys all coming in and waiting for the interview. Before I go, I want to address Wolverine's comment. As a Met fan, I will be rooting for the Blue Jays after the way the Yankee fans and Michael Kay have been trashing the Mets. I want to tell you something, Wolverine. I don't know where you live, but Yankee fans had to listen to Sal Licata on SNY from the first day that the Yankees had gotten Juan Soto. And all he did was badmouth the Yankees and saying, they are keeping Juan Soto warm for us and this and that. Okay, and you got him. And what did they do? Nothing. All he did was Juan Soto, Yankee fans. Oh, that's okay. But Michael Kay was just stating the facts.
He's stating the facts, yeah.
As far as Yankee fans go, they get irritated because all the Met fans do is worry about what the Yankees are doing, not worrying about the Philadelphia Phillies or anything. The Met fans, and I have to defend this. And I tell the truth, Wolverine. I don't lie here. When a spade is a spade, the Met fans go into a series and they're saying Yankees blah 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 in the stands. That is not right. So I have no love lost for any Met fan that's suffering right now. When that stops, then things will be a little bit different. But to say the Yankee fans and Michael Kay trash, no. Go watch SNY and go watch Sal Licata, because now he finally has soap in his mouth of everything that he put the Yankee fans through, and the Met crew always taking pot shots at the Yankees. The Yankee announcers took no shots at the Mets. And you can watch every pre and post game show on Yes, and you try to find one instance that the Yankees trash the Mets. It doesn't happen. But on the Met games, Gary Cohen has no problem trashing in his own nice way of trashing the Mets. So please, we love you here, Wolverine. We really do. But look at the facts. before you say anything, Michael Kay was telling the truth.
He has a radio show too, so it's like he talks about the Mets too in a positive and negative way. So it's like he goes to both sides. He doesn't just talk negatively about the Mets just for fun. He has a radio show, guys.
Yeah, and right, exactly. And I bet you listen, Michael Kay has, his own thing and whatever and his own beliefs. But I got to defend him on this one. I'm sorry. The Met announces, which in my opinion is really one of the top trio of calling a game. I am not going to deny that.
Yeah.
But don't trash the Yanks. There's no reason to trash them. And then he was saying things like, "Oh, Alfonso hits the hardest ball ever." Not true. Giancarlo Stanton had a lot more dingers as far as velocity. I mean, they bring up all of these crazy things. But do they bring up that the Mets only went back-to-back in playoff history 3 times in 62 years?
Yeah.
Why don't we talk about that a little bit? Do the Yankees throw 27 championships in your face? No. Only when they're coached to do something like that. Then the Yankees have a right to boost. Go win yourself a world championship, and you have a right to. Listen, when the Mets were kings of New York in the middle 80s, and they only won 1 championship with those good teams. Great team. 1 championship. I would not be proud of that. And it all came with problems. And I mean, it's just crazy. Can root and fan whoever you want. Yankees will do what they do, right? And so will the Mets. But don't so you're going against the Yankees because of the way you think you feel of Michael Kay and the fans. That's not right. Go look at the history. That's all I ask. That Yankee pregame and postgame show has never, ever put down the Mets. As a matter of fact, they rah-rah the city. They rah-rah this. I do not see that on SNY. I don't see it. Let's see what John has to say. Sal Licata had a stick with Soto's face on it in his office about the Mets are eliminated on Sunday. He took it away. Oh, yeah, of course. But he didn't let a Yankee fan off the hook since the Yankees got Juan Soto. Not one. How come nobody talks about that on the Mets side? How come?
Yeah.
And the real Met fan has come out and said, "Man, we did a bad job this year. We really did." I don't see Jack Curry. I don't see Bob Lorenz. I don't see Meredith Marakiewicz bashing the Mets. So where's it coming from? Please, a couple of fans? The one thing the Yankees will give you, fans, is a chance to win. Can any other New York team say that right now? Can they? Can any the Yankees start the season always in the conversation of going to the World Series? Can any other New York team say that? I want to hear it. The Knicks are okay. The Rangers are okay. The Nets are I don't know where they are.
Terrible.
The Jets and the Giants, to me, they play in New Jersey. So they're not even considered in my book a New York team. So the Yankees are the only team that could give New York hope.
We treasure this. We treasure this team because no other team gives us the same exact feeling as the Yankees do. Nobody else. I mean, a team that's consistently in the playoffs gives their fan base a chance to win a World Series every single year. You don't see that.
Yeah, Wolverine. I've heard that before. Steve Cohen, richest owner in baseball. Okay, whoop-de-doo. He's pissed and will do whatever it takes to rule New York.
What has he done though? Like, what has he done?
He can get whoever he wants. He thought he got his Soto, $800 million. And what happened, Wolverine? They stopped getting players.
What happened with the pitching?
It's not going to change. You're going to lose Alonso. What they did to Alonso was disgusting. And you're lucky he played well for you guys. You know why? Because he wants the money. Otherwise, he would have taken it and he would have stayed home. The way they treated him was disgusting. Just like the way they treated them with Willie Randolph back in 2007. When he was one pitch away from going to the World Series and Carlos Beltran struck out looking at a ball right down the middle with the bases loaded and 2 outs. So please, I don't want to hear it. We'll never rule New York. It's not going to happen. And if it does, I'd be the first one to shake the owner's hand. Do you know how much you think one championship is going to shake New York? I don't think so. Every year, the Yankees are in the conversations to win the World Series. Are the Mets? No. Maybe this year because they got Juan Soto and he did so great. Good. I'm glad for Juan Soto. He went with the money and that was it. Fine. But he did the Yankees a favor. He's home and the Yankees are playing. If the Yankees lose, they lose. But I mean, really, guys, there's no argument here. The Mets have to make their own statement. And every year they make a statement, they don't do anything. They don't do anything. And I'm sorry to be a little hard because I do not hate the Mets. I've always been a proponent of giving them their due. I always did. I talked a lot about the Mets on this channel. And a lot of people gave me a little grief from that, and I don't care because I tell the truth. But to turn around and tell us, oh, we're going to root for the Blue Jays, give me a break, especially if you're a New Yorker.
Hey,
now,
fine.
everybody said, Joe, what did you do in the 86 World Series? You know what? I was neutral. If the Mets won, I give my cap off to them. I do not want the Red Sox to win. I will never, ever root for the Red Sox. I don't care who they're playing.
No.
I mean, we had to do it a little bit this year. That's a little different for a couple again. But to win like a division or something, no way. No way in heck. But really, I mean, we have to be fair here, guys. I mean, the Yankees take a lot of heat. Because when they're good, they're expected to win. When they're bad, they're expected to win. There's no in between. Why? Because they have 27 world championships, 41 pennants, 42, whatever it is. Maybe on their way to 43. Can any other team say that?
Nope.
Wolverine, you can't. Again, I love you. But you can't talk for every Met fan. You can't. You guys are out of the playoffs. You're drinking tequila somewhere. You're not in the playoffs. You can't talk. You can't talk about anything. You want to talk, you wait till the off season now, and who are they going to bring in? If you think they're going there, if Alonso leaves, that's going to leave a big hole. And it wouldn't surprise me that they don't go to Japan and get Americani, whatever his name is. The Mets have been saying wait till next year forever, Wolverine. When was the last time you won a World Series? It's in your graphic, 1986. And I'm not putting them down. But you can't talk a big game unless something happens. I mean, listen, there's a lot of things that I can bring out here. When the Yankees were looking for a new stadium, the Mets went right out and they had to do the same thing. When the Yankees took Yes Network, what did the Mets do? They got SNY really fast. The Yankees did a like a big scoreboard or whatever. What do the Mets do? They go get a bigger one. They follow. They don't lead. I'm sorry. That's the God's honest truth.
History speaks for itself.
The Mets are followers. They had a great year. They had a good year. The fans were behind them, and it didn't work.
Yeah, I mean, the Met fans are cool.
You can't blame Michael Kay, who's been on the air for up 10,000 years, because he takes crap from other people. Is he a saint? No, of course not. But he doesn't deserve, oh, he's a Yankee boy. He calls it down the line. If a Yankee's not playing well, you're going to hear it. You don't hear too much from the Mets announcers. Keith Hernandez is okay. But Cohen, forget it. Cohen is a you want to talk about a boy, he's a Met boy all the way. All the way. And like, you know, so Jake, what's Jake saying? Wolverine, we'll believe it when we see it. Let's just focus on the Yankees. Yeah, Jake, thank you. I mean, yes, that is the right thing to do. But I mean, the Met fan is frustrated, and I understand that. There's a big difference. The Yankees react most of the time. The Mets follow. There's a big difference. Now you say of course you got the what 14? What's he worth? $15 billion, and the Yankees have to sell the team to get $8 billion. Okay, but who's in the playoffs? Who's got now? Juan Soto proclaimed, "Oh, the Mets have so much of a better chance. That's why I took them. They have so many good young stars, and they're there for the future." Okay, 1 year's off of his contract already. You want to know something, guys? And it's something that I believe I heard from John from the chat. In 5 years. Let's see what the Mets are going to do. And I can guarantee you dollars and donuts that Soto will opt out immensely. And I don't mean for more money. He's going to want to get out of here.
He could opt out, yeah, in 5 years. Yeah.
Yep, 5 years. And I want to listen. I am not trolling the Mets. Otherwise, I want them to do well. I think it's great for New York. I think it's fantastic. If the Mets were in the playoffs, I'd be rooting for them because I have grown up in sports. It's very easy to go, I hate the Mets. When you've lived it, when you've been there. I have been to many Met games. I have covered the Mets. I have interviewed the Mets. And I will continue doing that because there's no hatred in me. But I have to defend what I have to defend in this industry, and that is very, very true. And Wolverine, I'm not picking on you whatsoever. I am so happy that you're here. Please stay here. We love Met fans here. I have no problem with that. But geez, I don't think you would like it if we went, oh, we're praying for the Mets to lose. Why would we do that? It makes no sense.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. If the Yankees played the Mets, of course I'm going to root for the Yankees. That's in my blood. But if the Mets are playing the Red Sox, you think I'm going to root for the Red Sox? No way in hell. The Mets play the Dodgers. You think I'm going to root for the Dodgers? Are you serious? But this is what fans that don't understand anything, will do. Yeah, Yankee fans are fickle too. Don't get me wrong; they're not high. They're not high and mighty either. But you know what happens is there's so much hatred towards the Yankees because they're good. They're good. I don't care if they haven't won since 2009. Every year they're in there. Can you say that about a lot of teams? Maybe the Dodgers? How many world champions have they had? What, 2? Okay, 2, since. I mean, we have to be fair here. We really, really have to be fair. Because, I mean, this is a debate that we can have all winter long, guys. And believe me, I'm going to cover the Mets as much as the Yankees and any other team that does anything here. Don't think I'm leaving the Mets out. I want the Mets to do well in the offseason. I truly do. And I don't care what anybody, listen, in the industry, we had to endure Sal Licata, and I'm just bringing him out because he was ridiculous, so unprofessional. Soto. Go watch tapes. It was ridiculous. And now he's crying because they lost. John, in some of the Met fans, it's not really hate, it's envy. I know. And John, you've been around a long time. And I know that you've been a Yankee fan just about all your life. But and I don't even listen. The Mets have it, like what Boone always says, it's right in front of you. Well, the Mets have it right in front of them, John, and everybody else in the chat. They can do it. The man's got trillions and billions of dollars. So what do? They go and blame the coaching staff because you can't get rid of 26 guys. And that's what happened. You're going to tell Hafner was not a bad pitching coach. Did he deserve to lose his job?
Nope.
He did a very good job with what he had. Let's bring up Kent. Yankee fans are spoiled in the team's postseason run. They expect the World Series every year, and they lose their minds if they don't bring home a championship. Yeah, and I agree with that. But that doesn't mean that they're trolling the Mets. The Yankees don't care about any other team but themselves. They want to win. That's what's expected. That's what George Steinbrenner, rest in peace, instilled in this team. Instilled in his kids, in his grandkids, in his grandkids, everybody. The other teams don't do that. Maybe the Dodgers a little bit. Maybe the Red Sox. But Steve Cohen, he's a fan. And maybe he's got to get a little bit more involved. He trusted David Stearns, and the way they negotiated with somebody like Pete Alonso was just sick. It wasn't right. It was not right. That man deserved a lot of praise. He was just as good as a David Wright. And by the way, did the Mets win a World Series with David Wright?
No.
You really want to come down to this? Did they win? He couldn't stay healthy. He couldn't stand on the field. And they're treating him like he's Babe Ruth. Give me a break.
Well, this Mets talk is making me tired.
Yeah, I know. But listen, I mean, it's good talk. Unfortunately, I guess Tom Gordon didn't come on. So I thank Wolverine for bringing this out because it's a great show. We have a lot of people watching. Thank you, Wolverine. And really, we do appreciate it. And I mean that with all my heart. I really do. I do not, it's great. That's what the show's all about. We go back and forth, and we try to give the best issues we can. But anyway, in the interim, I think we have Sean. I'm sorry. I went on a rant here. I'm very sorry, but I just felt, we had to do what we had to do. So, but we are on almost an hour and 30 minutes. So are we all going to come back for the pregame show? Are you guys okay for that?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate that. And again, I apologize, everyone. It's all good talk. You're all wonderful. You know, I love each and every one of you in the chat, and of course our staff. So it was great talk. It was real exciting on a day where it's going to be a big day for the New York Yankees, a big day in baseball in general. So final thoughts. Evan, you go first, and then we'll have Sean, talk a little bit, because I feel bad that I left them down there. Go ahead.
All right. Final thoughts. Take two. Okay.
Yep.
Yankees get out to a lead today. Got out to a lead against the Red Sox in every one of those games. So do that again. Work the count against Gosman. Let's hope Luis Gil can give us a good outing today, at least go maybe 4 or 5 innings. They didn't release the roster yet for the division series, so we'll go over that on the pregame show. But, let's just, let's have a positive attitude. I think the bullpen, we're going to see Ryan Yarbrough. We're going to see Paul Blackburn on the roster, Doval. We're going to see Bednar, of course, Cruz, Leiter. We'll see what they do with Will Warren. But for now, let's go Yankees. And, make all the right decisions, pull all the right plugs, manage on feel, all those things that we've talked about. And, let's go Yankees. See you guys later.
Okay. Thank you, Evan. And let's see what happened here.
Okay. There we go.
Okay, we were taken out for a minute, and let's see if we can bring Sean back up. Oh, I like this. Look at this. Look what they did for us. I'm sorry about that, Sean. You've been cut off all day, but you know what? It's been a great stream. So go ahead, take it away with your thoughts. Go ahead.
Yeah, we just gotta go out. We gotta do our no matter who's on the roster. Everybody.
And here we go again. That's not me, guys. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry, Sean. You're getting knocked off. It's not me.
That's all right. But yeah, we gotta. It's probably some Blue Jay fan and hacking the thing. No.
And
what's going on
again?
But
I don't know.
I don't know either, but it's all right.
Steve Cohen.
It's Steve Cohen. Or Rob Manfred.
Yeah, right.
But no, guys. Just be confident. Trust. Yankees are gonna get it done. We're gonna win this series, and then we're gonna play whoever wins the Seattle, Detroit series.
Yep.
But let's enjoy it. Yankees baseball at its finest. October baseball. And yeah, everybody, we just got to do what we got to do. Play clean clean, sound defense, and don't give them extra outs. And we got to capitalize when we get the extra outs or when we get the scoring opportunities. We got to capitalize every time.
Got it. Well, thank you, Sean. And again, apologies for going in and out, but it was doing what it's doing. I didn't touch anything. But
no.
Thank you.
It's fine.
Well, thank you. And guys, we look forward to a pregame show at 3 p.m. today. Please come back. Everybody new in the chat, My Holy King, by all means, thank you so much for joining. If you be so kind, subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate it. If you don't know, we will be doing the live play-by-play tonight of the Tigers and the Mariners game. Evan will be our lead announcer. So we have that. Then we go to a really, really good post-game show. And Ken from The Ugly Truth, from the Yankees, The Ugly Truth, will be doing the play-by-play on his channel. So there's a lot of stuff going on today, guys. Apologize that Tom Gordon could not come on, but I'm sure we're rescheduling him. Look for Denny Nagel tomorrow morning. He wasn't feeling well at all today, but he will come. He's looking forward to seeing and talking to each and every one of you. And by the way, thank you, my holy king. You did subscribe. That's really, really nice of you. Thank you so much. Good morning, not for banning. Thank you for coming on. We really appreciate each and every one of you for hanging in with us. We've been on for over an hour and 35 minutes, and we will be back at 3 p.m. So get ready, everyone, for a big day. Don't worry, you'll have enough time to make your sandwich, make your lunch before the Yankees start. We're going to come on and get the adrenaline going for you guys, and it's a little something we can do because our guest unfortunately couldn't come on. But don't worry, we'll make it up to you. We love you guys. God bless you all. God bless America. Let's go Yankees. We will see you at 3 p.m. 3 p.m., everyone. Don't forget to subscribe, press the like button, and let's go Yankees. Thank you guys in the chat. And thank you, panel. You're the best. Thank you.